Happy 2017, everybody. I'm Eric with My Boring Channel, and I help people make websites. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a free website. That's right, how to make a free website. Why do I keep saying free? Well, a lot of times when you go to YouTube and you type in how to make a free website, you get to the video and you find out they want your money. It isn't free. Well, this video is going to show you how to make a free website, 100% free. So, your fully featured website will have the following characteristics. It'll be free, it'll look professional, it will look modern, and it will use the most popular website building solution on the face of the planet. The solution that powers over 25% of all websites on the internet, WordPress. Okay, here's what your free website is going to look like. This theme is called Shoreditch. It's a WordPress theme and it's free. What it does is it splits up the homepage into multiple pages, so it gives you that very modern look, that full screen width look, and the ability to segment your homepage into multiple sections. So here's the first page. Scroll down. Here's the second page. I embedded a video that I made last year in 2016 here. Here are the sharing buttons if you want to add them. Here's another page I created. And then here's the testimonials page. And then here's the top footer and the bottom footer. Okay, and then here are your social sharing buttons. And then, oh, one thing you'll also notice is when you scroll down, your header stays in place. That's kind of cool. You can have a logo up here if you want, or you don't have to. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our pages. We're going to have an About Us page. Now on the About Us page, you're going to have some information about yourself. You can have a sidebar if you want. I embedded a photo gallery in my sidebar. When you click on a photo, it opens up in a very cool image gallery that you can scroll through. If you want to see the picture full size, you can scroll down a bit and click View in Full Size, and it will bring up the full size image. Go back to my photo gallery. If you click the X here, you go back to the page you were on. Scroll down a little bit, you see your upper sidebar again, your subscription box here, and then your footer here. We're also going to have a Contact Us page where folks can contact you. Again, you can make these pages look how you want. You can have a header up here if you want. You can have a sidebar over here if you want. But I wanted my contact page to look simple. And then we'll also have a blog page. This is where you want to post recent blog posts or recent news or sales or specials or things like that. Okay? At the top of your blog page, there's this very cool little photo slideshow that you can overlay text on top of. Again, it's full screen, which is nice and modern. Scroll down a little bit. Okay. Again, we have our sidebar here. And then we have the featured images for each post. So here's my first post, my featured image, and my post excerpt. Click on the post title, and it'll open that post. And here's the post I wrote. And inside each post, I'm going to show you how to make links and lists and bullets and things like that, and add sharing buttons. Okay, back to the blog. So that was my first post. Folks can leave comments if they want. Here's my second post, my third post, and my last post. Or I guess I wrote another one too. Okay, and then I again have my footers. Okay, and my sharing buttons. So there's the website we're going to have. This website also looks awesome on a mobile phone. Let me show you. So here it is on my iPhone 7 Plus. This is the home page. See how nicely it resizes? When you tap the menu, you get the pages come up here. Here's the About page. Again, looks great. Here is the image gallery. See, you can X out of that there. Here's the contact page. And then lastly, here's the blog page. Here's the little slideshow on the top of the blog page. And here are the different blog posts. If you click on one of these blog posts, here's the actual post. As you can see, it looks excellent on a mobile phone. Okay, let's get building. The first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to head over to WordPress.com. Okay, once you get here, click Get Started. On this page, go ahead and click this square, a welcome page for my site. Then look for the Shoreditch theme. If you can't find it on your front page, then go ahead and just pick one and we can choose our theme later. But here's Shoreditch. I'm going to click Pick. Now I have to pick a domain. Make it as short and simple as possible so that you can remember it. Now this is one of the downsides of having a free website. You don't actually get your own domain name. It's whatever name you choose here, .wordpress.com. So it's a downside, but that's okay because we like free. So I'm going to choose My Boring, let's do My Boring CHA. I know that's kind of a lame name, but I'm not really thinking about it right now. So it's available and that's good. I'm going to click Select. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm going to select the free option. Okay, now I'm going to put in my email address because in order to get this going, I have to do this. I'm just going to use my same username that they're suggesting. It's the domain that I chose as well. Now I'm going to choose a password. I highly recommend writing this password down, as I always recommend. If you don't write your password down and you forget it, you won't be able to log into your WordPress account. Okay, click Create My Account. Now, let's go check our email. Here's an email from WordPress. We have to open it up and we have to click Confirm Now. Guess what, folks? We already have a website, believe it or not. Okay, let's log in first and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, My Boring CHA and my password, and then log in. Okay, here we are at the WordPress dashboard. Okay, I'm going to show you though that we already have a website here. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in myboringcha.wordpress.com and look, here's our website. You already have a website and you haven't even done anything yet. That's pretty awesome. Okay, one thing you're going to have to keep in mind is that in order for this website to look good, you're going to want to use the image sizes that they recommend, and that is 2,000 pixels wide by 1,500 pixels tall. Now, I would just recommend using the images that they have already included with the theme, although then your website's going to look like everybody else's, and it's also going to look like the demo. And also, if you don't like these images, you can go ahead to my other website that I showed you already in at the beginning of this video, which is mboringc.wordpress.com, and you can steal my images if you'd like. If you do want to steal my images, simply go to my website, mboringc.wordpress.com. That's the one I showed you at the beginning of this video. Go to any image you would like and then right click it and then click View Background Image. Once you're here on the image, right click it and then click Save Image As. All these images on my site are the right dimensions, 2,000 by 1,500. Back to the WordPress dashboard. Here we are. Okay, this is where you add blog posts. This is where you add pages. If you click here, you will see all the pages that are already included on this website. The About Us page, the Contact page, Welcome, etc. This is where you would add your Testimonials page. And this is where you would change your themes. This is where you edit your menu, your different menus. And then there are other things you can configure here. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to do is work on our home page. That's this page right here. So go ahead and click these three little dots here and then click on Edit. Okay, now that we're in here on our home page, I'm going to change the title here and I'm going to call it Home. I'm going to leave the picture as it is for now. Now, I'm going to add some text onto this page. So here's some text that I added to the page. I made this bold by simply highlighting the text and choosing heading 3 here. Okay? You can choose different size headings in here. And it's important to use headings for SEO purposes and also to break your page apart into readable subsections. Okay, I created a link here. I did that by highlighting the words and then clicking the Insert Edit Link button. and then I put my URL here. Now I could also just choose the page I want to link to here and then click Save. Okay, that's how I created a link. Then I typed the rest of this in. I created a new link here, again by highlighting the words and then clicking the Insert Edit Link button and putting in my URL up here. And once you've created a link too, you can click it like I just did, and then you can click the little pencil icon and edit the link. So you can then edit your URL up here and then click Save once you have edited the URL. Okay, so once you're done with your page, go ahead and click Update. But wait, before we do that, I'm going to change the featured image here. Now I can do that by going to Featured Image over here, clicking the X to get rid of this featured image, or simply by clicking the pencil icon here. So let's go ahead and click this X. Now I've gotten rid of that featured image. I'm going to add a new featured image. Let's go ahead and click on Set Featured Image here. And then I'm going to click Add New here. And then I'm going to browse to that image on my desktop, okay, because I have it on my computer. Here it is. Now, one thing I'm going to suggest to you is to use dark images that aren't too busy. This theme, Shoreditch, has a tendency to default to a light colored text when it is overlaying text on top of an image. You can't change that option, unfortunately. So choose a dark image that's not too busy, and then the text that is overlaid on top of the image will contrast nicely with the background, and you will be able to read it. If you choose a light colored image, it may be harder to read the text. So let's click Set Featured Image. There we have it. We've written the page. Now, let's go ahead and click Update. Okay, we've created our first page. Let's go ahead and click on View Page. And there is our home page now. Let's click Next here just to get rid of this. And then click Got It. Okay, there's our home page now. Okay. So we've created this so far. Good job. Okay, before we add any more pages or customize this home page anymore, let's talk about the WordPress Customizer. The Customizer allows us to do exactly what it sounds like, customize certain aspects of the site. So how do we access it? Well, we can access it by clicking on Customize here, or we can click on My Site here, and then click on Customize here. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's the Customizer. I'm going to go through each of these options here on the left real quick. Now, custom design we can't use because we are using the free version of WordPress. Now, we can upgrade to a paid plan, but we're not going to deal with that right now. Basically, what custom design allows you to do is edit the CSS of your website, thereby giving you more creative control over certain elements. Okay, site identity. Let's click it. Okay, here we can add the logo to our site. We can also change the site title and make a tagline. And we can change some things in the footer. Let's look at my site that I already created. Here's the site I created that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Here's my logo. Let's go ahead and show you how to add it. Click on Select Logo. Click on Upload Files here. Click on Select Files, and then scroll to your logo. Now, keep in mind that a transparent logo works better, or a logo with a background color that matches the background color that you have on your website. I have an image here that is transparent. I'm going to go ahead and double click it. Now I'm going to add some alt text, alternative text. This allows Google to find my image when people do image searches on Google. Also, it allows for accessibility. For example, if somebody blind is on my website and they hover over this image, it will read them the alt text that I have added here. So I'm going to describe this image to the best of my ability. I'm going to say letters MBC, my boring channel logo. You should always add alt text to your images. Click Select. Here we're going to click Skip Cropping, okay? Because we want the image to appear exactly as we uploaded it. So click Skip Cropping, and there's our logo right there. Now we can change the site title as well. How about this? How to make a website. A free website. Okay, great. I'm not going to put a tagline right now, but you can always add a tagline. Keep in mind that down here at the bottom, it allows you to see what your website is going to look at on different screen sizes. Click this one, And that's about the size of an iPad. Okay, see your menu changes. And here's the size of an iPhone, or a phone, a mobile phone in general. Okay, see? So it's always good to check those and see how your website's going to look on different devices. I'm done with this section. I'm going to click Save and Publish. That saves my changes. Now this little arrow here will take us back. Let's go ahead and click on Colors and Backgrounds next. Here you can choose the palette, the colors of your website. For instance, if you click this one, you see that things change. Right? That's kind of a dark color background, and then they change the text color to white. This is the one I chose for my other website here. The orange is the color of the links, and this dark color is the color of the background here in this widget. So just play around with the different palettes and see what you like. You can also change the background color to a color of your choice by clicking here and then choosing one of these colors. You can also pick your own color like this. Now watch the background on the side on the right. See, it's changing. Obviously with my transparent logo, white looks the best, so I'm going to stick with that. Okay, and then click Done. But I'm going to choose this palette here because it matches the website that we're trying to make. When I'm done with that, I'm going to click Save and Publish. Then I will go back. I recommend playing around with the colors until you get what you like. Next is fonts. Click that. And you can choose a font for the headings, these headings here and these headings here, and a font for the themes. Let me show you. Let's change the default theme font for headings to this one. Now watch the headings on the right. See? And I like my headings and my base fonts to match, but you can do it however you want. So let's pick a base font. How about this one? See? So that's also pretty self-explanatory. Play around with the fonts until you get what you like. Click Save and Publish, and then back. Okay, next we have a header image. I have not set the header image on this site. It adds another image above, which I don't like the look of that, so I'm not going to do this, but play around with this and see what you think. Let me show you. See? Right there. And then if you click on your other pages, you can see that that header image is up above. So if you'd rather have that than a featured image, you can. Or if you want them both, you can also do that. Personally, I'm not using a header image for this website, so I'm going to click Hide Image. Next we have menus. This one is important. So let's click on menus. Okay, first we have menu locations. We're going to leave those as is. Okay? Now this, your primary menu, is this right here. Let's click on that. Here are the 4 links that we have in our primary menu, right here. Now, if we want to add items to the primary menu, we click Add Items. Say I want to add a child page. I click that, and then I look over here to the right, and there's the child page that I just added. Now if I want to remove it, I scroll down and I click Remove, and it's gone. This is the primary menu location. There's also the social menu location, and that is this down here. So for now, we're just going to leave this as is. Now if you want to edit things in here, you can put a title attribute in here. For instance, let's just put a few letters. And then when I hover over the home link, you see those letters appear. I'm not going to mess with any of that right now. I'm going to leave the menu as is. But this is how you edit the menu. Now, this box here will automatically add new top-level pages to the menu. So every time you create a new top-level page, it will automatically add it to this menu. Personally, I don't like that. I like to be in complete control over what's in my menu. So I'm going to leave that box unticked. Now I'm going to click Save and Publish, and I'm going to go back one here, and I'm going to click on Social Media. Now this menu here is what we're seeing down here. You can add items, you can add any pages or posts like we did on the last one. You can add anything down there that you would like, but really this location is reserved for social media. So if you're going to add something, I would add a custom link up here at the top. Click on the little down triangle, and then you can add, say, your LinkedIn page or your Twitter page or your Google Plus page, whatever your page is. Put your URL in there, the link text you want to appear when somebody hovers over the link, and then click Add to Menu. If you don't want something in that menu, click the X and it will disappear. For example, I don't want Instagram in my menu, so I'm going to click the little X here to make Instagram disappear. So now when I look down here, Instagram is gone. I can also order these in the order I want. You can also do this with the primary menu. Say I want Twitter to be second. I just lift it up like that, and I place it there, and now Twitter is my second link, not my third one. So my Facebook page is facebook.com/myboringchannel. Now if you click this box here, this is one more thing I didn't tell you yet. It will open the page in a new tab. Instead of taking you there when you click it, it will still take you there, but it will open a new page and still leave your website open in a different tab. If you don't click this box, then when you click the link, it will just take you off your website to the new page. It won't open a new tab. You'll be in the same tab. Okay, let's click this little triangle here to make this menu go away. I'm going to add my Twitter page in here as well. My Boring Channel. Okay, open link in new tab. That's all I will do for now. I'm going to click Save and Publish. And then I will go back. And then I will go back one more time. Because for now, we are done with our menus. Let's go ahead and move on down to content options. Content options deal mostly with the blog. So let's go ahead and switch over to the blog page up here. There's only one blog post in here right now. I'm going to show you how to write blog posts in a little bit here. But for the meantime, this is the full post here. I prefer to have just the post excerpt on the blog page. So we just see a little bit of the blog post, and then you have to click on the title to actually see the whole blog post. So I'm going to put it on post excerpt. Okay. Then the only other thing I'm going to change here is display tags. I don't necessarily like to display the tags on the blog post. It'll just be the tags that you have for search engines down here. So I usually uncheck that, but you can leave it on if you want. It's kind of up to you. Okay, under featured images here, I'm going to tick all these because I like the featured image to show up on the blog. So there it is. And that should be ticked by default. I probably unticked it earlier actually. So that's everything for content options there. Okay, display date, display categories. Those are these things here on blog posts. We're going to leave those as is. Okay, save and publish. And then let's move back one screen and move to widgets. Widgets. Okay, this is an important one here. There are 3 widget areas. Let's go back to the About Us page so you can see these 3 widget areas. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit here. The first widget area is over here. It's the sidebar. So let's click on that. And then you can see the only widget we have in here right now is the search bar. Let's go ahead and click on Add a Widget. Okay, let's scroll down and find a widget we would like to add. How about a photo gallery? We'll call this My Pics. If you have like images, say you're a landscaper and you have pictures of your landscaping work, you could call it example work, whatever you want to call it. Then we're going to choose some images for the photo gallery. So here's our gallery. I'm going to click Add to Gallery over here on the left. And then instead of uploading pictures right now, I'm just going to choose a few of these in here so you can see how it works. I'm going to click all 6 of these. And then I'm going to click Add to Gallery. Now you can see up here we have 3 columns. They're going to be thumbnail size and thumbnail grid right now. Check out these different types of galleries. They're all very cool. I'm going to go with tiled mosaic right now. Tiled mosaic. And then I'm going to click Insert Gallery. So now over here in our sidebar, we have this really cool tiled mosaic gallery. Very awesome. Okay, if you click on one of the pictures, it will appear. It didn't work. Sometimes the customizer is a little glitchy. If you click on one of the pictures, it should appear in a slideshow like this. Then you can click through them and see them. Very awesome. To get out of it, click here, and you're back here. So that's pretty cool. So now we're going to click Save and Publish. You can add a lot of other widgets to the sidebar as well. Click on Add a Widget again, and you can display, say, a list of your site's pages. I mean, there's all sorts of things you can put in the widgets. Of course, we probably wouldn't do that because we have our menu up here already. I'm just showing you how the widgets work. Click the little triangle here to make that little drop down minimize. And then let's add another widget. One widget I add a lot to a lot of websites that I make is a text widget. You can just put whatever text you want in here. So, who I am or what I do. And then you can just blah, 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 add a bunch of text. You can also click automatically add paragraphs here. And then when you put a hard return like that and you put some more text, then it automatically creates paragraphs. If you don't tick that box and you type some different paragraphs and then you click save and publish, there will be no spaces in between the paragraphs. It will be just all one block of text. So now we have this. We have our search bar at the top, our image gallery here, our list of pages here, and the text that I just added to the sidebar here. Pretty easy. Another thing that I haven't shown you yet, but it's the same with all these sorts of things in the sidebar, is that you can reorder these by dragging them around. So we can drag this here, and now the search bar will be the second item in our sidebar. That's pretty cool. Let's save and publish. Let's go back one screen. And now let's look at the top footer here. Okay, I'm going to scroll down so you can see it. This here is the top footer. Okay, this spot right here. So let's click it. One of the things I like to add in this top footer is a subscription widget. So I'm going to get rid of this text widget here. I'm going to click remove. Now I'm going to click add a widget. Okay, and I'm going to do a subscribe widget. Right here, follow blog. So click that. This is what's going to now appear in this. Well, you can't really see it. You have to fill this up. Follow blog via email. We'll leave it as is. So just click close right down here. This will go away and you'll see what we have. Okay, so now people will come to your site. They'll see what you have on your pages. They'll scroll down. They'll see your top footer here with a subscribe box here. They can put their email address in and then click follow. And then underneath that, they're going to see your bottom footer. Okay, let's go back one. And here's your bottom footer. Okay, right now there are 3 widgets in there. There's your recent posts, a search widget, and a text widget. You can see them right here. This works just like the sidebar, and it works just like the footer area. Above it, you just drag whatever widgets you want in there and you reorder them. It's really very easy. So right now, behind the scenes here, I'm going to add all the different widgets that I have on my other website. Let me show you those again. So you can see on the website that I've already built, if I click on the About Us page, here are the widgets that I have in the sidebar. I have a search widget, and I have a photo gallery, and then I have links to websites that I like. Then in my top footer, I have my subscription box like I showed you. And then in my bottom footer, I have a text widget here, and you can do links in there if you want, which is kind of nice. And then I have my recent posts here, and then I have my categories here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up just like this on the website we're working on. Okay, I have now gone ahead and changed all the widgets to match the website that we're building. So I've created my gallery. I have my search bar here. Now those are in my sidebar. Under my sidebar in my top footer, I have my follow blog widget. Now in my bottom footer, I have a text widget right here with a link and another link. I have my recent posts. We haven't written any blog posts yet. There's just the one that WordPress included. And I have my categories. And I haven't created any categories yet. Now I want this to be in separate paragraphs. So I need to open this up and I need to tick this box. I forgot to do that. Now save and publish. And you can see now I have paragraphs. Also keep in mind that you can add HTML to these widgets. As you can see, I had to add my links manually using HTML. Now, if you don't know how to use HTML and you want to do things like that, all you got to do is ask, and I will be happy to help you out. Contact me via my website, myboringchannel.net. So I'm going to click Save and Publish, and I'm now done with the widgets. I'm going to X out of this. My customizer went away. So I'm going to click Customize here, down on the bottom right. And I'm going to move on to the next section, which is Static Front Page. I'm going to click that. Now, we want our website to have a static front page. It's going to be this one, the panel homepage, which we're going to set up in just a few minutes here. But it is looking better than it was when we started. So we're going to click a static page. If we click this one, your latest posts, then our site will run like a blog. Our blog page will be our main page. We don't want that right now. So we want our front page to be our home page, our posts page to be our blog page. Okay, so let's go back. Let's move on to the next one, featured content. This is kind of a cool one. You want to put a tag name in here On my other website, I just put the tag of blah. You can put the word featured or any word you want in here. It's the name of your tag that you should remember. Now, what this tag allows you to do is create a very cool slideshow at the top of your blog page. So when you click blog, right at the top here, instead of just seeing this here, you'll see a really cool slideshow. Let me show you on the website that I've already built, okay? I showed you in the demo at the beginning, but let me do it again. Click blog, and here at the top, you see these cool photos. And then when you scroll, you see different ones. And then there is text overlay over the photos. Okay, the way that is achieved is by putting a tag name in here. And then when you write a post, you tag the post with this word, and then your featured image for that post will appear in a slideshow at the top. Let me show you. Okay, I put blah for my tag name. We're going to hide the tag as well because we don't want it to appear on under our post. So click Save and Publish. I'm going to go to this blog post here, and I'm going to click Edit. We're going to edit this blog post. So here's the page where I edit the blog post, okay? So I'm going to scroll down here. Here's the stuff they have in there. Okay, here's the featured image that they added to the blog post. I haven't showed you how to do all this yet. But let's look over here under Categories and Tags. Click this. Let's put the tag in here, blah, okay? Since we've added that in the featured content area in the customizer, let's click Update. So what we've just done is on this blog post, we've tagged it with the word blah. That's important because now when we go look at the site and click on the blog page, we have that featured image for that blog post now at the top of our blog page. Instead, before it looked just like this. This was the top of the page. Now, this is the top of the page. And as we create more posts and we tag them with that word blah, those featured images will then also appear in this slideshow, just like in the demo site that I showed you before. Let's go back to the customizer. We're going to scroll to the next one, which is theme options. I'm just going to leave this as is for now. 1 column in the top footer, 3 columns in the bottom footer. If you want more than 1 column in this footer because you want to add multiple widgets, you can. Say you want 2 widgets in here. Just do 2 columns and you'll have 2 widgets side by side. Okay, easy. So let's go back one. Scroll down one more. Last one we have is testimonials. All this does is give your testimonials page a title, and then you can add some content here on your testimonials page, or you don't have to add any. And you can also add a featured image, one of those big 2000 by 1500 pixel images. You can add those at the top of your testimonials page. We're not going to worry about that right now. Just click Save and Publish, and we're done. So we've gone through this entire customizer. You now know what this does over here. It's a very important part of designing your site. Okay, so now we're going to finally get to customizing this home page and making it look like we want it to look. Right now we've just got this one page here, and then we have these other pages that the theme author put in here for us. We're going to make this our own now. That's our next task. Okay, this is where it gets fun. We're going to work on the home page. Let's go ahead and click on the home page here, and we are going to edit this page. We're going to edit each of these subsections. So this is actually a separate page which we will edit. This is another separate page which we will edit. Here's the top footer, and then here's the bottom footer. What you're going to need to do is X out of the customizer here, and then click on My Site up here. Okay, now here are our pages. I'm going to click Pages, and then I'm going to click these 3 dots here so we can look at our home page. This is our home page. Now I'm going to click Edit here. So here we are on our home page. We need to make sure that our page attributes, scroll down a little bit, we need to make sure that our template here is the panel page template. We know that it is already because we have those panels on our home page, but this is what you need to do if you haven't set up a panel page template yet on a certain page. You can do this with other pages as well, but we're just going to do it on our home page. So our home page has the panel page template. That's good. Now let's look at our other pages. So go back right here. Okay, now here are our other pages. Now what we can do is we can add a new page and then make the home page the parent page. That will allow that page to show up as a panel on the home page. they have already kindly created 2 pages for us and made them child pages of the home page. All they did was they clicked add page, and then when they were in there, let me show you. We're going to go ahead and click these three dots here where it says child page. We're going to click on edit, and then over here under page attributes, we're going to make sure that under parent page here, home is checked. Like I said, they've already done it for us. Now if we want to create a new page and do the same thing, we can easily do so. Simply go back here, click add pages here, put a title for your page. I'll call it test page. Put some text down here. Let's do a heading, a big heading, heading 2, blah, blah, blah. There's our heading, and then some text. Hello everybody. Now we need to go to page attributes over here on the left, page attributes. Click the little down arrow, and then make sure home is ticked. Now this page will become a child page of the home page. Go back up and click schedule again. I'm not sure how to get rid of that word scheduled and have it say just publish, which is what it should say. Let's go ahead and view this page though by clicking view page here. There's the page we just created, okay? Let's look at our home page by clicking our icon up here. Now let's scroll down a little bit. There's the first child page. And there's the test page we made. There's the other pages that were already there. So that's how you create a page and add it. So if you want to edit the page, simply click edit on that page and it will take you back here again. So under sharing, if you want sharing buttons to show up, you have this ticked. If you want the like button to show up, you have this ticked. Let me show you again what it looks like with those. Here's what it looks like. See these buttons here? Personally, I wouldn't want those on my layered home page. So I'm going to get rid of the sharing buttons and get rid of the like button. We have some more options down here. I'm not gonna worry about any of those. I don't want to allow comments per page on that home page, so I'm going to leave the allow comments off. I'm not going to worry about this one. And then I'm going to click update. So now the page is updated. Let's view the page again over here. Let's go to the home page and see what it actually looks like on the home page. There it is, right there. We created a page. If we want this page to have a big picture on it, like this one, we need to go back to it and click Edit. And then we need to set a featured image on this page. So we go here to Featured Image, click the little down arrow, and then click Set Featured Image. Now we can upload an image from our computer by clicking Add New. And let's go ahead and find one that's 2000 by 1500. How about this one? And then click Open, and then click Set Featured Image. Now, if it were me, I would click on the image first and set the alt text, dark sky in Alaska on the open ocean. I could do better describing the picture, but you get the idea. And then click Set Featured Image. There's my featured image. Now I'm going to click Update. Now I'm going to View Page. Let's go to our home page by clicking our main icon there and scrolling down. Here's the child page they created, and here's my test page here. You can see how a dark image that's not too busy works the best for white text, which is what this theme defaults to when it overlays text on an image. So let's go ahead through these pages here and make them look like the other site, because that's the one we're building. Okay, so here's the other site, and here's how I have my home page looking. I have that main page we worked on already, and then I have a video next. Okay, let's go ahead and make this a video. On this site, the second page was that child page they created. So let's click back here. Let's go down to this child page here. We're going to edit it. Okay, edit. And now instead of this, we're going to put the URL of a YouTube video. So we'll just call this How to Make a Free Website. And then I'll put the URL from my last year's video there. So here's the video, How to Make a Free Website, 2016. I'm going to click Share, and then I'm going to copy this link right here. And then I'm going to go back to my website. I'm going to paste that link right here. And then I'm going to click Update. Now I'm going to view the website. Okay, let's click on the home page here. There's the page we already created. There's the video on the next panel. There's the test page we made. Let's see what we have next on the other website. We have this picture and this text here. So let's go ahead and make it look like that. I'm going to click Edit here. I'm going to click Featured Image. I'm going to get rid of this featured image. I'm going to click Set Featured Image. I'm going to click Add New. I'm going to scroll to the image I want, which is this one. Click Open. I would click the pencil and add alt text, but I'm going to skip that for now, for the sake of time. Set Featured Image. There it is. Now, I'm going to add the text down here in the box. I called this one My YouTube Channel, so let's call it that. Now I'm going to show you something interesting. This visual editor here is like using Microsoft Word. You basically put your text in here, and then you format the text using these commands here. And it's like using a word processor. It's really easy. Now, if you want to see the code, you would click on HTML here. And honestly, I prefer working in this editor, in the HTML editor, because you have more granular control. For instance, I didn't want my words coming all the way to the end, so I made them 80% wide. And I did that by putting this in here. If you're going to put any HTML in, you have to always close it. And I closed it with this tag here. So if you don't want your text going all the way across, simply put that in above your text and adjust your percentage accordingly. Make sure it's exactly like that. And then put a closing tag at the end. Most people aren't going to want to do that. They'll just use the visual editor here. Once they type in what they want to type in, they will simply click Update. So let's go ahead and view page and then click on the home page. I'm sure there's a quicker way to get to the home page. I'm just too lazy to figure it out. Scroll down. There's my video next. There's my YouTube channel information next. There's a link here and a link here. I've shown you how to make links earlier. Now this second child page, on my other website, I have a testimonials page here instead of a second child page. So let's go ahead and add that there. We're going to go back to my site here, and then we will click on testimonials here. Now we're going to add some testimonials. Click on Add New Testimonial. Type the name of the person who's typing the testimonial for you, Eric. There's the text of the testimonial. I'm also going to add a featured image to this testimonial. As you can see on my other site, you have pictures of the person writing the testimonial down below. That is the featured image. That image should be 150 pixels by 150 pixels. So let's go ahead and click on Featured Image here. Then click Set Featured Image. Then click Add New. And then scroll to an image that you have on your computer that is 150 by 150. Click Open. And then click Set Featured Image. Don't forget to set the alt text. Okay, then click Update. Okay, we now have a testimonial on the website. Let's go ahead and look at the home page of the website and see what it looks like. Why is our testimonial not showing up? That's a good question. Okay, so now to get our testimonial to show up on the home page, we actually have to make a new page called Testimonials. So let's go back. Let's click on Pages. Now, we don't have to add a new page. We can just use the second child page that's already there because it's in the right spot for us. So click on these three dots to edit. Click Edit. Let's call this page Testimonials. Let's go ahead and get rid of the featured image. Let's get rid of this text here. Then let's go to the HTML editor here. And we want to type this in right here. Okay, it's got to be just like that when you type it in. This is shortcode, and you can use different shortcodes on your WordPress website. So put this exact code in to the HTML editor, and this will allow your testimonials to show up in 2 columns. Once you've put this in here, go ahead and click Update. Also remember, if you're creating a new page, you want to make sure that under Page Attributes, you have selected Home as the parent page. Let's go ahead and view this site. Go ahead and click this right here to view this site. Okay, this takes you straight to the home page. Scroll down, there's our page we created a while ago. There's our video. There's the page we created a few minutes ago that's 80% width. And then here's our testimonials page. If I want the next testimonial to show up in this column, I have to add another testimonial. So I'm going to go ahead and do that by clicking My Site, going to Testimonials here, and then clicking Add. I'm going to call this one John. I'm going to go back to the visual editor here. And then I'm going to type in John's testimonial. Here it is. Once I have that in there, I'm going to set a featured image. I'm going to click on Set Featured Image. I'm going to click Add New. I'm going to add a 150 by 150 image of John. I'm going to click Open. I'm going to add alt text to this by clicking on the little pencil icon. And then I'm going to click Set Featured Image. And then I'm going to click Schedule. Unfortunately, it doesn't say Publish, and I have not yet figured this out. But if you click Schedule a few times, it will work. It says Post Scheduled. Click it again. It says Post Updated, so it's good to go. Let's go ahead and click here to view our home page. It opens it up in a new tab here. Here it is. There's the video. There's the YouTube channel. There's the testimonials. There's the top footer and the bottom footer. This home page is now looking exactly like the one I created before. So the next thing we're going to work on is the About page. So let's work on the About Us page. Click About and then click Edit. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change this featured image here. So go over to Featured Image, click the X, click Set Featured Image, and then I'm going to use this image right here. And I'm going to click Set Featured Image. That's done. Now I'm simply going to type the text that I want on my About page, and then I'm going to click Update, and I'll be done with this page. It's really that easy. So I'm going to get rid of this text here. I'm going to type in my own text. Okay, here's my text. Have a couple links. You know how to make those. You know how to use this editor up here. Bold, italics, bullets, numbered lists, etc. Block quotes. And that's all there is to the About page. Actually, one more thing to look at is here under Page Attributes. I'm going to use the default template, which has a sidebar. I could use the full width template if I wanted to, or the panel page template if I wanted to. But I'm going to stick with the default template for now. Now I'm going to click Update. Then I'm going to look at the page by clicking View Page, and here's my About Us page. Finished. Easy. So now I'm going to work on the Contact page. Click on Contact, and then on Edit. Now for me, I like my Contact page to be simple. So all I'm going to do on the Contact page is I'm going to remove the featured image and leave it off. And then under Page Attributes, I'm going to use the full width page template, and that's it. Now I'm going to click Update, and my Contact page is now done. So I'm going to click on View Page here. So here's my Contact page. Very simple. And here's my About page. Very simple. The next thing we're going to work on is how to write blog posts. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on My Site up here in the upper left, and then we're going to go down to Blog Posts. Okay, so here's my first blog post. I'm going to click Edit. Here's my text. I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to put my own text in here. I'm also going to change my title to Why Do I Need Blog Posts? So here's a heading. It's a heading 3. And then this is just regular text. I've added some links, which you know how to do. Another heading. And then I give some examples of different things you can do in your text here. You can make your text bold. I used this to do that. You can make your text italic. I used this to do that. You can also change the color of your text. That doesn't show up here, so click these 3 little dots here, and it will bring up more options for you. Here's the text color option. You can make bulleted lists. I did it this way. You can make numbered lists. I used this. And here's a block quote. I used this to make the block quote. Just highlight the text and then click this. Okay, I added another video here, and I showed you how to add videos earlier on a page. Here's something I haven't showed you, and that's how to add a picture to a post or a page. It's very simple. You simply go to where you want to add the picture, like say I want to add one here, and then I go up here to this button here, which says Insert Content. Now I have access to all my pictures in my media library. I can use one of these pictures if I want, or I can click Add New and pull a picture off my computer, which I've shown you how to do. Let's go ahead and just add this picture for a moment, just to show you how it works. And it tells you here you can select more than one image if you want to create a gallery. Okay, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to do one. And then I'm going to click Insert. Okay, here it is. It doesn't look the same in here necessarily as it will look when you see the finished page. But you can see up here what you can do with it. This is align left. So if we align it left, then all the text on the page will flow around it on the right. If we align it right, then all the text on the page will flow around it on the left. We can also center align it or have no alignment. It'll just be on the left side and text will just go below it or above it. So that's how you add an image. I would recommend playing with it a little bit. You can also resize the image like this. Okay, don't enlarge it though, because that'll make it blurry and yucky. Okay, let's just remove this image. Now you know how to do it. This image here, I have left aligned, and this is, I'll show you what it looks like when we're done here in a moment. This line here is an HR, a horizontal rule, and you can insert that by simply clicking this here. It's a horizontal line, and that's it. So you can do a lot of things with posts. I recommend just getting in here and experimenting with it. I am going to change my featured image. So I'm going to click on this, or I can go over here to featured image and get rid of this one here by clicking the X. But let's just try it this way. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click Add New, and I'm going to go down to the image I want, which is this one, and then click Open. I'm going to add my alt text by clicking the pencil, but not now. And then I will click Set Featured Image. Okay, so now I'm going to do one more thing, and that is under Categories and Tags, I'm going to add the tag blah. Well, I had already done that with this post. So I just want this picture to appear in my slideshow above my blog. So now I will click Update. Let's go ahead to the site and view it. I'm going to click View Post. So here's my post. Oh yes, I also added a URL to a YouTube video. Now you'll see here, occasionally some of your visitors may see an advertisement here. Okay, that's WordPress putting ads on your site occasionally because you're using the free website and they want you to upgrade. But you don't have to. You can put up with these. They're usually small and unobtrusive and they don't appear very often. Okay, here's our first post. Good job. Okay, now one thing I forgot to do here was to add an excerpt. Remember I said I like on my blog page for just an excerpt to appear instead of the full blog post? Well, we have to add an excerpt. So let's go back to the blog here. So there is an excerpt here already for this blog post. It's right here. And it also appears as an overlay on this image. But I want to make that excerpt say what I want it to say. Also, I have to remember to add an excerpt in my subsequent blog posts. So let's click Edit. Let's click More Options. And then here is where you add your excerpt. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Okay, perfect. Now one other thing I didn't mention is sharing over here. Let's click this, and I like to show sharing buttons. Makes it easy for people to share your blog post on their social media sites. So click Show Sharing Buttons. Now the like button is something for just other WordPress.com users. I typically don't put that on there, but it can increase engagement on your site, so put it there if you want. Now I'm going to click Update. Now I'm going to go back and click View Post. Okay, here's my post. Good. Now I'm going to click Blog, and here's my excerpt. Good. And here's the actual post here, the link to the post, and here's my excerpt underneath that. So let's go ahead and add a few more posts to our blog. So my site, blog posts, add. I'm going to call this one Featured Blog Posts. Here's my text for it. I'm going to add a featured image. This one. Set featured image. I'm going to turn on my sharing buttons and turn off my like button. I'm going to write an excerpt here. Okay, so that's done. I'm now going to click Schedule. And then it says Post Scheduled. Now you can use the Schedule button to schedule your posts, but I want to post it right now. So I'm going to click Schedule again. Now it says Updated, so it's done. So there's my second post. Let's go check it out. View post. There's the post right there. Okay, great. Click on blog, and there is the next post with the excerpt. Here's my first post with my excerpt. Now, one thing I didn't do here was I forgot to put the tag in here, the blah tag. If I want this featured image to show up in this slideshow, I have to do that. So let's go back here, click on edit, and then under tags over here on the left, I'm going to type in blah, or just select it here, and then click update. Now, when I go back to my site and I look at my blog, there should be two images in this. There should be a little slideshow here now that should scroll, and it isn't working. One thing I have noted about this as I was working on my last site is that sometimes when you put that tag in, it doesn't update immediately. So the tag is definitely in there, and I have clicked update and it has updated. So technically speaking, when I go to the blog, that image should be in the slideshow at the top, and it isn't. I would just wait a few minutes and it probably will show up. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few more blog posts to make this site look like the one I showed you at the beginning of this video. Okay, so as you can see, I've waited a few minutes and now the slider is working. So that's great. Okay. I think sometimes WordPress just needs a few minutes to update when it comes to that particular feature. And as I scroll down, you can see each of the posts that I've written with the excerpt underneath the post and the featured image above the post. Perfect. A couple things that I also want to mention about posts. They should be categorized. So we have to create categories. So the easiest way to create categories is to simply go to the blog post that you are working on and click edit. How about this one? Now under categories and tags, you will see the little down arrow here, and you will see that it says uncategorized. Here we can add a new category. Let's go ahead and do that. Now adding categories is important for organizing your website and also for helping with your search engine optimization. Let's create a category called Shoreditch, since it seems like some of the posts I'm writing are about the Shoreditch theme. Then we're going to click add. Okay, we have now categorized this post into a category called Shoreditch, but I want to untick this one here. Also, one thing I didn't cover is down here under more options at the very end, we have allow comments and allow pingbacks and trackbacks. I typically untick this one and I tick this one. I'm not going to discuss pingbacks and trackbacks right now, but you can look them up on Google and see what they are. Okay, I'm going to click update here. You should always categorize your posts. So let's go ahead and categorize all our posts. Okay, I'm going to click my site and I'm going to go to blog posts here, and I'm going to create my categories for each of my posts. So this first one is why do I need blog posts? I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to create a category for it. How about a category called blogging? Okay, click add, untick uncategorized, scroll down, make sure allow comments is ticked, and then I always untick that one, and then click update. So I'm going to finish categorizing the rest of my posts, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back on the main page of my website here. I have gone ahead and categorized all my posts and created some categories, and I'm going to show you what that's going to look like in our footer. Okay, remember in the widgets in our footer, we had our recent posts and we had our categories. So now here's all our recent posts. Very cool. And here are all our categories. Very cool. So now if somebody comes to your site and they want to see posts on blogging, they can go to your categories and simply click this, and they'll see all your posts on blogging. So your site is now very organized. That's pretty cool. Now we're almost done with the website. We've done a lot of stuff today, and it's a lot of information packed into a short video. So I hope you were able to stick with me. But I'm going to explain just a couple more things now. Let's go to my site and click on sharing down here. This is important to set up because when you post a post on your website, it's nice to be able to notify people that you've done so. So that means you'll have to go to your Twitter account and you'll have to post a little tweet saying, hey, I just made a new article. Or you'll have to go to your Facebook page and post a blurb saying, hey, I just posted a new article, go check it out. Well, you don't have to do all that because WordPress does all that for you automatically. So go down to sharing, and then here it says publicize your posts. Okay, this is really cool. So let's go ahead and connect our Facebook account to this WordPress.com website. Click connect. Now this page will show up, and if you're signed into your Facebook account, then you will have the ability to just choose one of these. If you're not signed in, you'll have to sign in. So I'm going to click My Boring Channel here, and I'm going to click connect. Awesome. Now I should have actually done this before I wrote any posts. That way all the posts I wrote would be automatically posted to my Facebook page. So I'm going to do the same thing with Twitter. I'm going to click connect. This is what you'll normally have to do. You'll have to sign in, put your password in, and then click authorize app. Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, and then it asked me to confirm that this is the account I would like to authorize. I'm going to click connect. Okay, awesome. So now when I write posts on this website, an excerpt of those posts, along with a featured image, will be automatically posted to Facebook and Twitter. So I would recommend connecting all the social media accounts you want to notify automatically. That's pretty cool. So let's do a quick recap. We got our website here with our home page. It's split up into different sections. We know how to add videos to our website. We know how to add testimonials to our site. We know how to allow people to subscribe to our site. And we know how to set up widgets in our footers. Okay, we know how to make an About Us page with a sidebar. We know how to create photo galleries with a cool slideshow. We know how to make a clean and simple contact page, right? And we know how to write a blog. And we know how to make separate blog posts. We know how to insert images. We know how to create this cool slideshow at the top. We know how to write excerpts for our posts. We know how to use the editor as we're writing the posts. And we know a lot about featured images now. So we have a fully featured, fully functional website that is 100% free, looks very professional, and looks beautiful on mobile devices as well. Folks, WordPress is awesome. Thanks for watching today. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you've built an amazing website for yourself. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Ask me in the comments, or feel free to email me via my website, myboringchannel.net. Thanks, and have a great 2017.